Hey y'all, welcome to 11 Mile Sessions. And I am not Scott Boatwright. You could tell because I'm taller. But Scott is with us in spirit. His health will have him come back soon. Pulling for you, Scott. And oh, he's fine, just a little. But in the meantime, we're going to carry on with 11 Mile Sessions, bringing you the artists that you know are from local 313 and hereabouts. Today, I'm joined by the End of Ends. How are you, gentlemen?
Good,
Excellent.
thanks.
Yeah.
Introduce yourselves. We have lead singer
I'm Kevin Knupp. I'm the lead singer,
and bass
And-
player.
Well, and
and I sing, play guitar, and some keyboards.
yes, and bass player. I'm Mike Munoz. I play bass in the band.
Okay, now you guys do more than just the titles. I mean, after all your time together, you put your heads together and come up with where you want to play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean we put our heads together writing the music more often than not now. At the beginning, I had been writing all the songs myself.
Now you came back to Michigan from where?
Actually, I'm not originally from here. I moved here in 2017, and I came from San Francisco before here. I was just making music out there, trying to do what I'm doing here, but I didn't quite make it yet back there.
Okay.
You know, and so, but I was writing most of the music myself, and I ended up releasing an album out there of that music, and then when I got here, before I met Mike in the band, I made another album and released that while I was living in Waterford, and so those became the first two albums, and
Oh, were
then
you End of Ends then?
yeah.
Okay.
So the thing was about End of Ends is I didn't know if it was ever gonna continue. It was kind of on hiatus for almost a decade, you know. And then when I made the second album here in Michigan, I realized I was like, you know what, this is actually an End of Ends album. I'm gonna continue that. I'm gonna bring that back up because I have a bunch of different side projects, different names, different genres, things like that. And this is a particular genre that I like to write in that ended up being called the End of Ends.
So now you're modern rock.
Yeah, I'd
Ends
say
of
so.
Ends. So we won't hear an End of Ends album with some dance or.
Most likely not.
Okay.
Dance, no.
You didn't sign up for that.
No. I mean, I'm not opposed to dance. That's just not.
But not
who
in
we
this
are.
band.
That's not who we are.
Okay. Another one of the side projects to come.
Yeah, maybe so.
To come, man.
Okay.
I do. I
Future.
appreciate dance music.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of this.
All music is good. I love all music.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, now, how did you happen to?
So Kevin. So I believe it was 2022 when you released
Yeah, Heidelberg Project.
the Heidelberg Project, and so 2022 pandemic had just kind of ended, and so this is what I learned. I found an ad on Craigslist. He was trying to put a band together. Actually, it wasn't specifically End of Ends at the time, and so it started out. He was looking to get some artists together to jam and just kind of get a feel and see, try and find the people to make that music,
Okay.
take it out and perform it for people. So what I was excited about is so Kevin did a great job on all those songs, but he's not a bass player, and there's really not a lot of bass in there. So I had I got to do a lot of creative license to come up with bass lines for those songs and help, further kind of flesh them out and make them,
Now, what else were you doing before Kevin got here?
So I've had several projects over the last several years trying to get. I've been in a couple of original bands. This is the third original band in the last 4 years. And other ones just haven't panned out and weren't quite a good fit. This has been a really good fit, and that's when I met Kevin. Some of it was the music he's playing and personalities. It just it was a good fit. So I've first band I in was more of a kind of a mix of has more of an say classic rock kind of feel to it. And we got into the studio, we recorded some stuff, put it out, and then the band fell apart. So I moved on, and then I joined a metal band, and they had lost their lead singer and their bass player, so they were looking for a bass player, and then I joined, and the lead singer started singing, and so I did that for a while. And the lead singer had some injuries and couldn't keep going on, so that ended. And then that's why I started looking, and I found Kevin, and we'll talk a little bit later, but it's been kind of fortuitous that I had that background, because when we talk about the band.
Yeah, we ended up extracting a future bandmate from those
From that
those
band,
bands that he was
yeah.
in, and that's Cure, who's not here tonight.
Our current
but
drummer.
Our current drummer.
Now, for those, excuse me, folks, for those who have seen you before, and hopefully that's a whole lot of people tuning in today, they know that, well, right now you're a trio.
Right.
Yeah, we've been a trio since maybe November.
No,
Is that accurate?
yeah, spring. It was. I'm
It's
trying.
about
It
the
was
time-
after Corktown.
It's about the time Cure joined the band,
yeah,
and
Cure
we made
joined,
the
yeah.
conscious decision to continue as a trio. We had auditioned a guitarist,
Yeah.
and we were working with him for a little while, and something kind of unfortunate happened with his personal stuff, and we just couldn't continue. But we said, you know what, we're gonna just make it as a trio. It sounds pretty good, and Cure stuck around, and we had been having trouble, keeping drummers for a little while. But Cure's been
No
super
jokes are
solid.
gonna be made here about that.
Yeah, no, we
I'm
won't.
keeping my mouth shut.
Nothing against drummers.
I love drummers.
Great, as long as I keep the time. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got your band in place. You come out to Detroit, Metro Detroit, from the West Coast, and you put an ad in Craigslist.
Yeah.
So now you've already got music released as the end of ends, and you drop it on these guys, and they say what when you hear it first?
I don't know.
So actually, one of his other side projects was Electric Cricket, and when we were jamming, he was trying to figure out which one kind of fit, right? And some of the people, because we had several guitarists come through, we had a couple of different drummers
Some funky guys.
as we were jamming, trying to get a feel of, and the end music clicked with me. And when at first he was debating whether going and trying to bring the Electric Cricket music forward, and I was like, that didn't resonate with me so much. But I'm like, when he called me and said, hey, we're actually thinking about doing the end of end, the Heidelberg project, I'm like, all right, that I like that music. I like it a lot. It resonates with me, the feel,
And
so
that's that second album, the one that I put out once I arrived here before I met the band.
yeah.
So it was already birthed with some
Yes.
313 into it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So
I've been here for several
But
years.
that's what I was saying. What was great is for me as a bassist, one of the things that I was looking for is be able to, I want to be able to write my parts and kind of be part of the creative process in writing the songs. And while the songs were already written, I still had a lot of creative license to figure out how to work the bass into those parts.
So it wasn't just a matter of, look, Mike, roots and nothing but the roots.
It was not. No.
I-
I am not.
You give
I'm
a
not a
little
root.
latitude?
I am not.
Yeah.
I'm not a root guy.
I say,
Sometimes, but not much.
if you can play the song, I'm happy for you to play it the way you want to
Yeah.
play it. Just let's play the song as it's written.
Song first.
Song
Yeah.
first.
But how to serve the song in a way that I get to be creative too. So yeah, I wasn't changing the song. We weren't changing it.
No,
the
not
song
really.
Was a song, but how could the bass now fit in with all this other stuff? Especially, and that's what's really nice to me as a bass player. A three-piece, there's a lot more room for the bass.
Okay.
When you have
Yeah.
two guitars, it gets the space
You
is
have
full.
to
So you have to
sit.
find it's those opportunities to kind of do something unique are
So
they're harder
true.
to find. So that's one of the things I like about it.
And you guys get to talk for Kier and Kier.
Yeah.
We hope you tune in to this by all means. But finding who locked in with the drummer first, obviously.
So
you or
I had played with Kier in this metal band
Okay.
that I was in, and the lead singer, and he was the songwriter and also the guitar player. He had a car accident, and injured his shoulder, couldn't play. So we were trying to continue on with some other fill-in. It just didn't work, and just didn't work on. So I said, all right, I'm going to move on. That's where I moved on to End of Ends. And then about a year later, as we're looking for this, it was kind of funny to me because, I didn't want to try and ask Kier. I knew Kier.
Could do it.
Great drummer, great guy. I love, played with him for over a year, and but I didn't want to be like, oh, you're stealing, because they hadn't officially decided they weren't going to continue. It was just like a hiatus, and I'm like, it's just not working out. But so Kevin put out a Craigslist ad,
And who responded but Cure?
and the funny thing to me is Kevin's like, yeah, he asked for some video, so I sent him a video.
And he says to me, "Is that Mike playing bass in that video?" And I said, "Yes." And how do you know Mike? Oh, well, we played in this metal band together.
Because he didn't know I was in it. So it was
okay, karma.
yeah.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah, so when Kevin said Kier called, I'm like, dude, get him in, and if he's interested, and I'm all for it. You got to decide what you think, but I
You
vote.
threw it out in the universe.
I'm like, and so we got Kier now, and
he's where he belongs.
Yeah, I think we got it locked in
so
pretty
things
well
are
now.
locked in after some tumultuous
Yeah.
times.
Now that was about what year was that?
That was last November.
Okay,
So
then
about a year ago.
and now you guys are out promoting a new EP.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell us about the new EP.
All right. Well, it's called Eagle Spirit, and it has 2 songs that were written near the end of our kind of like first phase as a band. We had the first phase where our buddy Justin was on guitar. He was a key player in the beginning of the band. In fact, I think I was playing with him before I met Mike.
Yep.
I knew Justin because I had worked at a restaurant with him previously, and he played a guitar solo on a track I had put out a while ago, and he reached out of the blue to me, and anyway, he joined the band. This guy is a killer player,
Phenomenal,
and the way he writes music is just so tasty. And so after we kind of tackled learning the songs from the Heidelberg project, we were toying around with new ideas, thinking about what we want to write next, and Justin had a lot of really good ideas. And so these 2 songs came born out of that era. And although he moved to Idaho with his wife and everything, we still released the songs. And we're just so happy for everybody to hear them now, because it was on the back burner for a long time, because we were trying to figure out, are we going to release these? He's not in the band anymore. We weren't sure. But
he wanted you guys to succeed even without.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
wanted to be on it. It was a challenge to get the whole recording process. It was kind of harder for him to contribute. So he
Yeah.
didn't have as much access to being able to record his parts, so we could incorporate.
Where did
'cause he
you
had
record this EP?
mostly in the Michigan area, right?
Oh, all in the Michigan. Well, yeah.
Any particular studios that you
No, we
thought of?
recorded at home.
So Kevin's home, my basement,
And Justin's house.
and Justin's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Because with technology being what it is,
Mhm.
you should.
Yeah.
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 You should. And when it gets picked up, then they can master it. And
Yeah. We'd send it out for mastering. Yeah.
Yeah, we like to master out of a studio called Temper Mill in Ferndale.
Okay, you did get somebody to
Yeah.
do that.
To the master.
Yeah.
We
good guys.
always
We
have
did
it
the
professionally
recording.
mastered.
And the mixing, Kevin did it. We kind of went back and forth, got it to what we liked, and then sent it out for
Yeah.
mastering. Yeah.
All right. And these tracks, this EP includes Justice playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so he'll be happy to know that his presence is still
Yes.
felt.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we let him know.
reaching out to him all the
All
time. We
We miss
we
Justin.
love that guy.
Yeah.
It was just a wonderful time
Yeah.
in our lives. So we're just super happy to have the music that kind of
He
is the
helped us.
soundtrack
Yeah.
to that.
We're talking about the music. Let's let the music speak for itself real quick. First track off this EP is called what?
Eagle Spirit.
Eagle Spirit. And we got some guys back there who are going to be happy to get Eagle Spirit up and out for those of you on 11 Mile Sessions here with The End of Ends.
Awesome.
You just heard Eagle Spirit by the End of Ends from the EP, the Eagle Spirit.
Eagle Spirit EP.
Okay, cannot listen to that and not just say, guys, you got to tell me about your influences.
Yeah.
You got to tell me about you, because there was some psychedelic going on in there.
Oh yeah.
So,
Definitely.
Was there some good ayahuasca before you went in to record that? Or?
No, that has something to do maybe with the other song. But
We'll talk about that.
we can talk about that later.
Yes, please.
But no, this song is more just about the spiritual experience in general. And but influence-wise, I mean, I don't know where I'm coming. I'm coming lyrically from places like I'm coming from places like Tool lyrically. There's a band called Wheel. These kind of like intellectual bands, these intellectual lyrics that talk about the soul or the relationship of the body and the mind to the universe and things like that. I don't know. It's all that stuff really fascinates me. I have bookshelves full of books about religion and psychedelic stuff and like even like self-help kind of stuff. I get really into it. And musically, the end of the song is really influenced by Soundgarden for me. When it gets heavy like that, and I'm going like, oh, like that's like a Chris Cornell in my head when I'm doing that. And then the rest of the song had, what is it for you, Mike?
Well, for me, the rest of that song started, Justin came in to practice one day, and he's like, I got this lick, and he had the intro to that. And it was just, so I wouldn't say that I was driven by any other influences other than Justin and what he was doing on the guitar. And it was just this light, airy, just ethereal type riff that he had going.
Ethereal.
And I'm like, what can I
Just
do,
ethereal.
from a bass line that kind of fits with that, helps, kind of give it a little more depth, but not take away from that lightness. And so I was really trying in that one just to serve what Justin had come up with. So I think most of that song is really around, to me, it's around, how he came in, what he came in with, and kind of what he was looking to do with his with that riff. And I think he was also very much into, I know you guys used to have these deep conversations about spirituality, and
Yeah.
I don't, not that I'm not that way, but these guys would go
Deep.
they'd go real deep. So the whole Eagle Spirit thing was just it just kind of fit the music, the riff that he brought in. It just was, I thought it could.
That's what he called it from the beginning,
Yeah.
and we ended up kind of writing the lyrics about it.
Yeah. So he had this riff and the name Eagle Spirit, and so I tried to come up with something that fit.
There's a
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Like I said,
And it is a little, I'd say, more, I don't know if mellow is the right. It is different than a lot of the other stuff we do. Like when we play live, this is one of those kind of more, I don't want to say mellow, but
It is more mellow.
the other stuff, a lot of the other stuff we were doing is
it
a little
has
bit
like a mellow
harder.
bed,
It's
but then it
And at
Get
the
ready
end,
for the
there's
downshift.
that.
Yeah, it tries to
exactly.
deliver by the end of
Yeah,
the song.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of jazz influence in there for me. And I played drums on that track in the studio, and I'm a jazz drummer mostly. I play rock, but I've played a lot of jazz in my day, and that comes through in my songwriting and my guitar playing and stuff. I just approach music from a jazz perspective a lot, and but also bands like Yes and King Crimson, more modern bands like Tool and Soundgarden, and kind of mixing those two eras together to create something in the middle that is not, not too heavy but not too soft either. I think is kind of like where I like to keep it.
I'm digging.
And Justin was he and I also tend to lean more towards kind of influence-wise, like rhythm and blues too. And I think that Justin was very much into kind of that classic rock, just rhythm and blues type background that you can hear in some of the the licks in that song as well. And that's so we kind of gelled a lot that way, and then tying it in with what
What is it
Kevin's
like playing
influences.
it live now, since you're handling rhythm and lead on this?
Well, I can't physically do all the lead stuff at the same time as sing, so a lot of it gets left out.
Okay.
So we wish it could be more full, but also I don't know if anybody could play those parts other than Justin.
So interesting thing when we were recording that. So this is where, again, it was a little challenging for Justin. He didn't have easy access to recording software and all that stuff, and he was pretty busy. You know, he was getting married and moving and all this. So when we did it, we weren't sure he was going to be able to get it done, and so we just started. And like Kevin said, I don't know if it really came through, but so he recorded the lyrics and the guitar at his place. The drums were in my basement. He came over and recorded the drums in my basement. I did, the bass. And we got that together, and I'm listening to him like, wow, this sounds really good. It sounds good. And then I said, we want to get Justin on there. We want to do everything. And then as soon as the Justin part went in, I mean, it was just a totally different song. I mean, it was good before Justin. So when we play it, it's good live, but
Justin takes everything musically
to
another level.
I feel like a third wheel kind of sort of right now. It's
oh
like,
no,
there's
yes.
somebody who should be here.
Yeah, we wish he was. We wish Justin was still here, but
maybe there'll be
You
a
have
reunion
got to be
gig.
watching this at some point in time, Justin. And technology is such. You guys got to figure out how to get him.
Well, I know. There's another song that he was heavily influenced. I mean, that we just can't do without
live. You mean?
Yeah.
Wait, which song?
High Idol.
Oh, High Idol, yeah.
It doesn't exist anywhere except when we play it live.
We don't have a recording of it, really.
We need another guitarist, and and we don't have a recording. We're trying to get him to we'd love to have him do his part, and then we would get that.
We have a recording partially built.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
Getting him to do stuff is pretty hard.
Without that,
No offense to the guy.
No, it's not. He's busy out there. He's reestablishing.
Well, the nice thing about it is, it's not like, we left this guy behind.
Oh, yeah.
You can feel his presence. I can, as I sit here.
He came back to visit his family in May. Was it May?
Yeah, we had such
right before Cinco de Mayo, right? And he called up and said, hey, I'm in town. You available? And we were at practice. We were rehearsing, and we finished. He came over after we finished up, and we just jammed again. And it was
good.
It was just great being back together playing again.
Hopefully we'll have another one of those in the future.
Yep, just for us. So every time he comes back, we say, just let us know. We'll get together.
Home is where the
and
studio
he missed it
is.
too. He was So we've told it's there's some. It can be daunting if you haven't tried it or if you don't have the right. It's not like you need a lot of equipment or big expensive equipment to do this anymore. It's pretty easy, right, to record. But there's some. It can be intimidating, right?
And it's definitely a financial investment.
And there's some investment, right? So, it's just, unfortunately, that's not an option right now. But hopefully in the future. We've always told them, hey.
He's always welcome.
This is what we love about the democratization of technology. You're not waiting for some super studio engineer,
right,
genius whiz, but you still have to get it together.
Right.
Sorry about the interruption real quick. But so now you're doing this live, and you're doing how many shows? Where have you been hitting it?
Most recently, we played at Reware Vintage, and then before that, the Token Lounge. We've played
around. We've done the Blind Pig. We've done Ghostlight Tavern. We've done
Old Miami.
Corktown several times. The old
Corktown Music Festival. We got nothing in the books right now.
Yeah.
Actually, other than 11 Mile Sessions in January.
Yeah.
Just a little longer, folks, and we will have them here.
Performing
Scott,
live.
you're gonna have to be sick that day because I'll be here one way or the other.
Sweet.
I will be here one way or the other.
That's great.
And seeing you guys do this live, now I know when those live performances start happening again.
Yeah.
To get out for the End of Ends, featuring Kevin and Mike.
Yeah, and Kier.
Who's not here in spirit.
Yeah.
And as we talk about the Eagle Spirit, the new EP.
Yeah.
So now what was this ayahuasca reference?
There may have been a certain psychedelic experience that inspired the song, the lyrics to the song. Again, it's for me, it's just a spiritual experience.
The next song, Apogee.
The next song, not Eagle Spirit. We're talking about Apogee now, I guess. But what's important to me about it is, how do I explain this? like realizing that there's so much more to the world than we usually are aware of, and that we get kind of caught in our thinking patterns and little kind of ruts and little dark places in our minds. And there's like a whole beautiful world out there that we can kind of open up to. And I feel like it maybe sounds cliche or something, but the possibilities really are infinite. And I just want people to know that. And I want people to be reminded how good life can be, you know, because we do get down and dirty. We talk about what sucks and we talk about what hurts and all that kind of stuff. But I also want to talk about, you know, what else? There's other things going on in this world that besides just the pain and suffering, and I think that needs to be said too. Whether that involves psychedelics or not, I don't think it matters. What does matter, I think, though, is involving a spiritual experience of some sort. And you know, so I do some meditation. I love reading. I consider myself a pretty spiritual person, but I don't really know much about it, I guess. I mean, I just it just,
you know, you have a spirit and it reaches out and touches the world.
Yeah.
And influences what you.
It's a lifelong learning process, straight to
It's
understand
interesting
it
to
live
me.
it. Yeah.
It's the best journey for me to be on, I think. I enjoy it.
And you're both sharing this journey with folks who can come in and say, dude, why are you putting out there what I was already feeling?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's...
hopefully it's speaking to some people.
Yeah.
And they enjoy the music.
Now, speaking of which, where can people find past music you've done as well as the new EP?
So it's all on streaming platforms of all shapes and sizes, you know, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, everything.
Amazon Music, all the major streaming platforms.
Good.
Yeah.
Any wax yet? Or
Oh, we have not done that yet.
Okay.
I was making some cassettes, but I...
even better.
Yeah, right?
Even better.
I know, I want to make some cassettes. I had a little bit of technical difficulty, but I'm going to continue.
Because those are definitely coming back.
Yeah, some people have them in their car, you know. That's fun. You just pop in a tape. You know, that's good stuff.
I just recently got an older car just for the sake of having that cool... It was a 98 and it had a cassette deck.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like,
Nice.
what do I have on cassette?
Yeah.
Let me go burn some stuff.
Yeah.
Not burn. It's not burning
No,
anymore.
just record it. It's just but you know the thing is, it's a different experience, whether it's on vinyl, on cassette, or CD. Not so much because you can program it. But when you listen to a cassette, you listen. You listen to the album.
flow
You
has
listen
to
to
be
every.
there.
Yeah, it's not just hey, I like this song. Hey, I like that song. Pick and choose, and then you know.
But it's a similar phenomenon when you're playing live. You
Yes,
have to sequence the songs, not just these are the hits up front or what have you.
Right.
What's going to make a flow that we know will keep the audience hooked.
engaged and hooked, give them the highs and lows, you know, get them through
So
that.
what is a set list like for the end of ends?
We try to open up with like a high energy song, like maybe Apogee,
Apogee's
or
the one,
we did Truth to Power at the Token Lounge. That one worked pretty well. And then we'll throw in an Eagle Spirit, and we have another song that's sort of on the mellow side called Impermanence, which came out on another EP before the Eagle Spirit EP. And so we stick those in there usually around mid-set, and then we try to close out with some more high energy stuff.
Well, let's give folks a tune of the high energy stuff with Apogee, because we want to feature both tracks while we've got you here and let the world know what the End of Ends is doing. So here on 11 Mile Sessions Live, the End of Ends, Apogee. that was Apogee by the End of Ends. And now you can see why they say they put that at the beginning of the set. That wakes
Come out
up.
the gate with that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I had to force myself to go in and start listening to the lyrics because the energy of the music was just like had.
Yeah.
That song, one of my favorite ones to play. I just love playing it. It's just such a
It gets a thrash thing
fun
going on.
Yeah, it's
And
fun.
there was like a local H influence. I don't know if you know who they are.
Oh no.
I don't.
Oh, they were, yeah, maybe a bit older, but it was just some good thrashing.
Yeah.
And then that end was just like, that's perfect for you guys to go, okay, welcome to the show, guys. We're the end of ends.
Yeah.
And, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Da-da-da. He just counts off and right into
Next
it.
song.
Boom,
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Kier on the recording on that one. He's playing drums on that one, our current drummer. So we got the current lineup on that track, right?
Right, that's the
Justin
three
isn't
of us,
on
yeah.
that one, but he did
Right.
help us write the song, I think.
Yeah. Early
Yeah,
on,
I love you. I love the bass part that you came up with for the kind of 3/4 of the way through when we're going do 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 do.
Yeah.
You're like do 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 do. I don't know. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Some of that stuff, that's the interesting thing, So, when we write the songs, they'll start out usually a fairly simple or relatively simple line that just fits, and we can get together and play the song, get it down. But then, really, the magic to me happens when I really can do that kind of thing is when we're recording. So I have the stems, right, and then I can sit there and I can try all this stuff over, because then you can kind of see what works or doesn't work,
Yeah.
play it over and over. So there's several of those riffs that didn't really come about or those little just things until we were actually recording it. That's really where, because when we were playing it, because we had been playing it out live before we.
Yeah, and
before I
those
had
songs
some
will
of that.
change.
Yeah, they
After
still-
we record
it's
them, they
evolved.
end up having those new lines we came up with and stuff, and the song will never be the same after recording.
Same.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. You worked on it, and before you.
Well, that's
put it
why
to
I don't
tape.
like to rush to release something. Is like to record it. I want to make sure we've got the time to really kind of
Mike's big on that.
play it a bit. Get it out there, get some feel for it, see what's working, and then
You know you can play it, but do you believe in it?
Yeah.
And that, and I mean, all three of the songs. It was at the last minute. Every one of them has stuff in it that came about as I was sitting in my den with Kevin and Kier's or Justin's tracks, and I'm playing along to them, and just able to come up with some new stuff that just fits in between because when you're live, it's harder to identify some of those nooks and crannies, because it's not identical every time we play it.
No, and that's the beauty of it.
It's live.
Yeah.
So a recording, you can do that, and then the reality is some of those get lost over time. Every time I listen, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot it. I don't do that anymore. I got to do that again. I loved it. It sounded great.
Does it you ever have somebody come up to you after a show and mention how they heard it on your streaming?
No.
No,
Send
not
it
yet.
back?
Not yet.
Usually, they're hearing about
That'd
us
be
at the show,
excellent,
and then they
but-
go and find it because of the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it's supposed to be in the
Yeah.
first place.
I'd love to have some word of mouth out there, or word of TV.
Well,
or,
we're getting it.
Hello, Cable.
Yeah. Hello.
11 Mile Sessions Live.
Yeah.
The End of Ends. Pass the word.
Yeah.
New EP.
Eagle Spirit.
Not the Eagle Spirit. I'm sorry.
Just
Just
Eagle Spirit EP,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The first track we heard was Eagle Spirit, and this was Apogee.
Apogee.
I always get that.
Oh.
And we try to get, when we have a show, we don't always do it, but we try and get a video up. So there's other live.
some
You go to our
media.
Facebook page or Instagram.
We have a lot of artwork and concert posters and little clips of us playing and stuff on Instagram and Facebook if people want to check that out. And of course, you can follow us and you can message us and we'll harass us and we'll write you back and harass you back.
So it's just a simple matter of the End of Ends. Anything else?
It's 2025.
The End of Ends 2025.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
for Instagram.
That's how to find the gentleman,
Yeah.
the music, and
Facebook is just the End of Ends.
Yep.
End of Ends Band.
Yeah, maybe End of Ends
I think it's
Band.
End of Ends Band for Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure they find us. And
Yeah.
don't give up. Just start out. Make sure you're going for the End of Ends.
Yeah.
And Kevin and Mike will be there along with Kier.
Yep.
We'll see about getting Justin. And
There's video of Justin up there too, back when he was with us. So
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
on,
I saw that. I
Yeah,
saw that.
yeah.
Good on him. Good on him. And good on him for continuing to write. And at least, if nothing else, you can shoot files back and forth.
Right.
Just
Oh,
writing.
yeah.
Yep.
And until you never know, you might grow the band again or just.
You know,
Might bring in a lead guy eventually, a lead guitar player.
we've talked about it, but yeah, I think we decided, at least for now, if we find the right guy, we're not like actively looking.
Yeah,
right
we're not
now.
really
It's just-
looking.
We wanted to focus on more music, right? So we're in the process of trying to get some new songs
Yeah, we're
together.
writing new music right now and trying to
Get a full album.
trying to get those tracks also able to be performed live.
So now, what we're hearing, this EP could blossom some more by the time you get here in January.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be released by then, but we definitely have songs that might be
Ready to
going live by
perform,
then.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're debating, you know, we did the last 3 songs as EPs. One is a single, and then one is the 2 here, and we'd like to get a nice album together, nice, you
And
know,
put
not
it in
just
a
drip it
flow.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to.
So, you know,
Folks, sometimes you have to listen to an album
Yeah.
as not singles.
right.
Sometimes, especially with folks who grew up listening to albums,
Right.
I take it.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
8-tracks.
Or cassettes. Or
Yeah.
8 tracks, yeah. 8
Let it
Reel to
flow
reel.
is- oh, man. Getting the razor
Never had
blade and
reel
the
to reel.
chalk and oh,
I don't know how they made recordings back then like that. Digital is so easy.
as it is,
Recording on tape,
it is
splicing, and
sometimes too easy. But
Yeah.
again, the democratization
Yeah.
of being able to get people who would be more difficult to share.
right.
So that's the good thing going on now. We've got the end of ends. We have the means to look at them on Facebook, Instagram, hear them on Spotify and YouTube, Apple Music,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
drive up those numbers.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Drive them.
And so, not playing live again
Nothing
until
on the calendar just yet. Till January 8th.
But we are like looking for gigs,
Yeah.
basically. So like there'll be some scheduled pretty soon.
Good,
Our booking
good.
agent is on it. Just it will happen when it happens, I guess.
Well, for one thing, you've been playing a bunch
Yeah.
of shows.
Yeah.
So this is
It's a little bit of a lull to focus on. Not that we're not looking for shows, but you know we wanted to get some new music out there. We've been playing a lot of these songs.
Yeah, most of our rehearsals would just be kind of going through the set list and making sure we're up on our material. But now we've been able to try to play some of the new stuff and really get that together.
Yeah. We got
That's important.
six in the works right now.
Yeah,
about
6
new
songs,
that
6
we're,
new
we're
ones.
working on. So I mean, various stages of readiness. So by
Yeah.
January there'll be at least 1 or 2 that will be ready to.
That's the good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the good deal.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. End of Ends will have new music, and we'll be performing it live here. So if you don't get a chance to see them anytime soon, you know you will by tuning back in to 11 Mile Sessions Live. And we are going to look forward to that. And Scott, thank you for having brought these gentlemen here today. And even when you're here interviewing them that day, I'm going to be in attendance.
Sweet.
So,
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, and
Thanks,
thank
Mark.
you, Scott. Yeah, for
Yeah, thank
for
you,
setting this
everybody.
up. This has been a lot of fun. Exciting.
It's fun for us because you bring the music.
Yeah.
And right now, we're going to get into a bit of music videos before we go live for the second half of 11 Mile Sessions. So if the gentleman behind the booth will flick that switch, stay tuned right here as we've been here for the past hour at the end of ends. And again, they'll be back. Say, anybody you want to talk to before you leave?
I'm sorry. He said something while you said that. What did you say?
Say
Leslie.
anybody you want to say hey to. While
I'd
you
like to say hi to my mom and my little brother Kelly.
Yeah. Hey, Deb, and also hey, Justin, and
Hey,
Kier.
Justin and Kier.
Miss you guys.
All right, that was the end of ends. Coming up at 7 in the second half of the show, The Last War will be performing live. They're warming up now. These guys are proud of them because that's how
Yeah, I
local
can hear
bands
'em.
are, rooting
Yeah.
for one another
Sweet.
and paying attention to what they're going to be doing soon. So in the meantime, 11 Mile Sessions live with some videos for you. Kick it.
Another couple weeks go by. drugs will suck you dry up here. There's a notch on the tip of my tongue. No warning hiss before it spits. Can I suck it back in? All the things I've ever said. And I make a cross with the nail on my thumb to stop the itch, but it persists. And I make amends to everyone that I've left standing. While time's clicking like a fan, and I'm sticking in my hand, and the sky is bright blue, waiting on bad news. And I make amends and fake it when I count the dead. And I make amends to everyone that I've left standing. Shiner says to take the year. Shut her up, keep your head down, don't let it strip you bare, and maybe I'll be better in a year, and maybe I'll deserve it then. And I make amends and fake it when I count the dead. And I make amends to everyone that I've left standing. Did I shirk something? Did I hurt someone? Was I ever any good? I know I was. Was I ungrateful? I was. Was I ungrateful?
Take the following precautions. Tape comes now. The safe has played.
tomorrow.